Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Let's jump right into it. So, whosoever I'm channeling right now, I'm being shown that you have loved other people a lot in the past. It's not wrong to love people, it's not wrong to give love to others. It's a very good thing, it's a beautiful quality to have. But you always loved them a lot more and you loved yourself a lot less. And as per this channeling, finally, after all these years of hot and cold and runner chaser dynamic, which you did physically, which you experienced in physical reality, and then when you started going deeper within, you realized that it's actually quite a mental thing because there are days when you are full of this thought that yes, I love myself, or even with other people, yes, they love me, yes, they respect me. If it's a specific person, then too. And then there will be doubts, there will always be polarizing emotions. However, now you have realized that you need to love your own self unconditionally first and foremost. Unconditional love and harmony towards your own self, and you learnt it via failed romantic connections or just subtle runner chaser dynamic. Runner chaser dynamic also happens. Let's say you're not dating anyone, but you like somebody or someone likes you, but they don't do anything for you, and you have done so much in the past that you really want someone else to make that step, or else you're not going to put your heart into harm's way and get into an embarrassing situation yet again. Maybe you made the first move in the past, like in your life, and now it's not about you making a move or the other person making the move. Now you feel that the universe is there to make all the moves. You just have to live your life and let things happen to you on their own. Let things fall into place on their own. You have decided that now you're gonna love yourself, and every time your mind makes you go crazy, like giving you these polarizing thoughts, hot and cold thoughts, one day your mind is telling you, oh, he loves you, she loves you, or this is the perfect one for you, or this is perfect life for you. And the other day, exactly the opposite of it. You have realized that this literally keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And the only person who can stop this from happening is you. Because you no longer want people to keep looking at you or keep hanging with you, keep going out with you, but never make you feel secure, never make you feel complete. And instead of blaming those people, you have realized that you need to set higher standards for yourself, for your own mind to exist, to have that domination or control. The mind also needs to make you positive. Because we all know whatever thoughts we keep focusing on over and over and over again, those are the things that we see in our physical reality and as well as how we feel. I'm also being shown the angel number 66 as I speak with you, which is telling me that your love life also is going to change a lot because of this type of higher standard that you've chosen for yourself. You do not tolerate disrespectful thoughts, manipulative thoughts, or unhealthy dynamics in the form of negative voices from your mind. Every time your mind tells you negative stuff or the same question over and over again, you realize that there is a desperation that you need to let go of. And first and foremost, you need to learn to say no to the mind. That no, don't give me all this. I've got better things to do. I am going to put you to something better by silencing you. You don't want to settle for less than what you deserve. But for that, you need to have that mental clarity first. You want to seek people also, or you want to connect with people who respect you, support you, and reciprocate their feelings or efforts in any relationship you have with anyone. It cannot be a one sided thing. If you feel it's a one sided thing, there's too much effort going on, it's better you smilingly move away. And you've been doing that, and you've been seeing people coming back to you in more respectful ways. Because, see, a lot of people are going to be the same because we're surrounded by the same people. Some of them we can never get rid of, but we can have healthy boundaries, and then people also automatically become nicer to us. And that happens when you have no codependency or reduced codependency. When you do not seek external validation, when you do not rely, whether it's a romantic connection or a platonic connection, when you don't rely on others to complete you, when you learn to feel whole and recognize your own potentials, even if you have no potentials, let's say you got no talents, nothing, no skills, even then, there is a lot that God has given to you, and you know that now. There are so many talented people on this planet, and they're really bad human beings. Look at so many of these artists and performers who are doing so many devilish acts. Because we are not on this planet to sell our soul to the devil, we are here to understand our soul. So sometimes having too many talents or a type of beauty that is only used for lust, it's better you don't have that. If you're a simple person, it's also said, and you probably also realize, that it's simplicity that attracts ascension and peace. Complication does not. Complicated people cannot ascend. And you are here to uncomplicate your life forever now. You're also more aligned to your goals. You're also aligned to growth oriented and solution oriented mindset. It could be possible that in the past you met so many negative people, negative friendships, negative relationships. Probably I can sense that you spent a whole lot of time trying to convince them to be positive. And all your attempts always went into garbage because they would keep on sucking out all your energy. And after a couple of months, they would do exactly what you were advising them to do, but they're gonna give no credit to you or not even a thank you. Like, you know what? You spent so much time convincing me or explaining things to me, but I would keep denying you. But look, after 1 year or 6 months or whatever time has passed, I am beginning to learn to listen to you or understand you. Such people just keep taking points from others, or it's their attempt to gain sympathy from others. But you're actually so much more self aware. Even when you were working on yourself, even at that time, you were a lot more self aware than others. So you do understand narcissistic traits, you understand negative traits, you understand that you need to protect your energy. You don't want to put anything on your path that can create unnecessary conflict within yourself. You are emotionally quite mature, but you had to be in this conflicts or arguments, unnecessary wastage of time kind of debates. Today, you tell someone that, look, this is how it is, this is factually what it is, and I'm telling you this because this is how it happens, this is how it works. But they don't listen to you, or they argue with you, or they give you like unnecessarily 10 rebuttals. Now, you need to also build more resilience sometimes in some cases. Of course, some people are just wasting time. They're just having nonsense conversations. They don't want to grow. They don't want to change. They just want to give away their duties to others. Like, tell people your problems and let them handle your problems. That type of mentality some people have. So, if you have discernment, you're going to stay away from them or not give them your time. But there are also some people who genuinely want to grow, but they are confused or they have not reached to that level of emotional maturity, or maybe the knowledge seeking needs more experiences. You probably have those experiences and you probably figured it out, but they might not have. But they could be pure and they could be really nice. So you need to build resilience and patience for them also by showing them that you are always going to be around whenever they realize or whenever they figure it out. And even during that time, you're going to be full of love because that love is within you now. You give so much love to yourself, you have so much patience and resilience for yourself. You got so much to do. Actually, if you're always observing, you have discernment, you have clarity, you're detached, and you are focused and integrated with Source, then you don't have to really sit and wait in a negative state. You can wait for people in love, faith, and positivity also. There's always a thin line in being complete, happy, and in union, and being in separation mentality. Separation really actually is a mentality. It's a way of life thinking, it's a way of lifestyle. When a person is living in separation mentality, they are in separation mentality with almost everything, with their career, with their family, with their work, with their friendships, with their relationships, with romance, with no romance. And yes, you have also come to this understanding that there are different types of people in the world. If you have wanted in your life to have a lovely divine counterpart or a romantic relationship and it did not work out, you could be probably, this is also something that's popping up in the channeling a lot. Let's say you've been single for a while because you didn't want to date toxic people. So you're thinking that why am I single for so long? Like sometimes on negative days. Let me tell you, whosoever I'm channeling is a much more wiser person. Who now understands that there was a time when they were dating someone or they were in an actively committed relationship. You also understand very clearly that you've been raised, because this is not going to apply to someone who's been raised in very positive romantic relationships, like by the adults. In the adult scenario, the adults who raised you, either it could be 50-50, like you would see 50% people who are happy and 50% people are not happy with each other, but they're still dragging their whole lives with each other. You also understand that there are a lot of things that are destined. I mean, you could have questioned, why didn't this person walk out of this toxic relationship? Why did they stay in it for 30 years or 40 years? For whom? For the children, for the family members, for the happiness of others? What was the exact reason? And sometimes you realize that there's no exact reason but destiny. It was literally destined for this person to go through this experience. Some of the people you know now, adults who were very unhappy while you were growing up, some of them have become really wise now. They have become really intelligent, they have become wise, very independent. They don't have any anger, any frustration, any dependency. They are living their lives by themselves, enjoying everything. Some of them you see still complaining, cribbing. So many years have passed. You, from being a child, have now become an adult, but yet these people are same. So once again, you feel that destiny has come into play. And when I was talking about talents, your idea of talent is no longer materialistic or physical, like just the typical things. Your idea of talent, the real talent, is to have gratitude all the time, to be in source integration all the time, to be mindful. You have realized that all this toxicity in the twin flame connection, in your twin flame experience, cannot be healed by external nonsense. It can only be healed by meditation, by mindfulness, by going within. You have figured it out. There's nothing you can do in the external world or physically that is going to change the situation. And when you realize this, you're not bitter or angry with people with whom things didn't work out, or if they're with a karmic, or they're with somebody else, or if they message you still, or if they, cross your mind even now. You're actually very, very thankful to God for every single experience that came your way, especially the relationships that did not work out. There is no karmic outside, you know that. Everything is happening within you. And this is the reason why you do not put yourself into harm's way. And you are very conscious of your thoughts. You don't have the fear of being alone. You focus on emotional safety. You have deeper intimacy with yourself, because loving yourself unconditionally allows you to love others more deeply and authentically. As I said, you have the discernment of who needs you to be around in a loving manner or who needs to be ignored. If you're in a relationship, then you connect with your partner on a soul level, not on a transactional or superficial level. If you're single, you do the same with yourself first. Because that's what being single is all about. And trust me also when I'm saying this, all this leads to enhanced self worth, something which you understand. So, as per this channeling, I am currently doing this for a very high vibrational soul who, by their own practical experience and by watching their mind, has figured out that they need to manage, what they really need to do is manage how they think. And they don't want to even mentally harass themselves anymore. They don't want their own mind, to take over their life and control them, make them dance like a puppet. You realize that there is an invisible force, a supreme supernatural force, who's already running the show. And it's best for you to surrender to the thought that everything is okay in the here and now. You have started observing yourself. Maybe you did an exercise, or maybe you just figured it out that you don't have to be in the past or in the future. You can be happy in the present moment, because your mind was constantly taking you to the past thoughts, good or bad, and the future thoughts, good or bad, and you were literally just oscillating between the two. Your moods were constantly oscillated between joy and depression. It was always some kind of extreme. So even when you were feeling joy, it was a fleeting emotion. It would stay for a while and then go away. And when you started practicing mindfulness, you really shocked with your own mind how your mind creates so much havoc in your life. The more you let go, the more you chill, the more relaxed you are. And you stop comparing yourself with others, which again comes from the mind. The mind constantly tells you, oh, look at that person. Look how happy that person is. You're not happy because you don't have what they have. And you've learned to tell your mind to shut up. Shut up, mind. Don't tell me all this bullshit. Please, mind your own business. You got no business making me jump from one thought to another all the freaking time. In one day, you were thinking about so many things which are absolutely polar and opposite and contradicting in nature. And you're done with that. That's torture. You're done with that. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna close the channeling, because what you need is purpose in life. Purpose makes you more peaceful. People who don't have a purpose are never happy. So you call it mission, you call it service, you call it doing good, whatever. You want to distribute, you want to give away whatever you can. The first thing is, first and foremost, you're going to give service to your own self. You're going to serve your own self by being a true friend, your own best friend. This reduced codependency is leading to higher and enhanced self worth. You don't want people who play games. You don't want people who are not straight with you. You don't want doubts, confusions to rule your life. Whatever it is, you've come this far. You're gonna go further into it, deeper into it. You don't have the fear now, the type of fear you had, the fear of being alone, because you've realized that you can be with thousands of people. You can have so many partners. It's not like you're not capable of finding someone, but your standard is very high. And for higher standard, you need to become a match to those standards first. You enjoy your own company. You know how to nurture yourself. You know that people who are unhappy and miserable, they're going to be unhappy no matter who they are with and how many people they're with. Not only they're going to be miserable themselves, but they're also going to make everybody around them miserable. And you can see this live and practical in all those people who do it now. There was a time some people you had them in really high regard because you were so emotionally attached to them, or you were trained mentally to rely on them or depend on them. But you've now realized that they don't have the tools to be happy. But can you teach them when their time is not there yet? No. So that's where the resilience and the patience, or simply just ignoring, comes into play. So for personal sessions, for tarot card readings, if you have any questions, or for a galvanizing therapy that can connect you with your own chakras and give you the power and the strength like never before, connect with me. Check out all the therapies first. Also, if you get into personal session with me, kindly do not share any of the information beforehand, because I use intuitive tools and modalities. And intuition is very, very important in order to get the correct answers. For that, you need to work on yourself, because the energy, the intuitive abilities comes from solar plexus and the combination of Ajna chakra, the third eye. And as I leave from this channeling, I would also like to remind you all to work on your solar plexus. My dear friends, chant the solar plexus mantra as much as you can. It's a simple mantra. All you have to just keep repeating is Ram, Ram, or Ram. That's all. And you'll see changes like never before. But you gotta try it out. You gotta commit to it. Because this is the chakra, the solar plexus chakra, that has all your jewels. Some are stolen right now, some could be lost, but you can retrieve every single one of them by chanting this mantra. It's a protection mantra, it's a giving mantra. It gives whatever you need, it gives you. So I'll see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.